tired mom? Is your baby finally asleep, but still you can't rest? Join me. Sit with me here. So, today we'll be conversing about the things nobody talks about in relation to mom, tired mom, and the struggles we face here. So, while we talk about that, join me as I scribble, doodle, and paint. Okay? Coming. So, I'll be talking about tonight why you feel tired, exhausted, even when your baby is finally asleep. How often does that happen to you? Very often. Even when the kids are toddlers in preschool, you still have the anxiety to, check up on them frequently, thereby you not being fully at rest when you should be resting. Come on, let's read it together. So, I am a mom like you, and I know how it feels to have children, babies, and you feel tired, even when the baby is asleep. You are mentally exhausted, physically exhausted. So, one of the things people don't get to talk about is how tiring it can be as a mom to nurse a child during the day, and at night when you're supposed to get some rest, you're not resting. And even when you try to rest, you're pretending to be resting. What do I mean? You have a toddler or a newborn, and when you lay down to rest, you are not completely asleep. You have that anxiety to wake up frequently, to check up on the baby while the father is sleeping. And my question to you as a mom, how often does that happen? How often do you experience that as a mom? And by morning, you are completely tired and exhausted. How often does that happen to you? As a new mom, a toddler mom, preschool mom? From my experience, and also as a mother, this is the age that we get to experience this anxiety of checking up on our children and our babies. So, one is your body is on alert. What do I mean? When you lay down, you are not completely asleep. It's a maternal instinct, it's natural, it's normal. Don't beat yourself up. Don't feel guilty about it. Okay? You are listening for sounds, for cry from the baby, even when there is none. You see a lot of mothers, when the baby is asleep, they tend to go close to the baby, put their ears on the chest, take, open up the clothes to see the rising and the falling of the of the breathing, the rising and falling of the chest. And when they confirm, okay, the baby is breathing, they are satisfied. It's very often and it's very common. It happens. Don't feel guilty about it. It happens to every mother. I can tell you. It happens to every mother. Hi, welcome to the live. Hi, welcome to the live. If you're here in the live, say hi. Okay. Thank you for joining me. Welcome to the live. So this is quiet night for tired mom and anyone who is feeling, tired, overwhelmed, exhausted. So when this happens to the body, you are tired mentally, you are tired physically, and sometimes it affects our spirituality. You're also tired spiritually. But it could be that you're not really immersed in your sleep completely. Not really, it could be. You are not. You are not deep asleep, unlike how you would have slept if you had no baby. So I remember when I was single, no baby, I could sleep without minding whatever that was around me, except for noise, like loud noise. I'm a very alert, somehow alert when I sleep, not completely immersed in my sleep. Yes, I could be alert when I sleep. Hi, thank you for joining the live. Please, could you drop hello, hi, okay? Connect with me as I doodle and scribble, and we have conversations around what no one or what people don't talk about in relation to tired mom. And for anyone who is tired out there, exhausted. So, when I was younger, I could sleep without minding because there was no responsibility attached. I only took care of myself, no babies, and I was completely okay. But when the babies started coming, the maternal instinct kicked in. So it's natural for you as a mom to be on alert, even when you're supposed to be completely immersed in your sleep. So, what are the things that nobody talks about? When the father is sleeping, you are 60 to 70% asleep and 30% awake because of anxiety. You also wake up listening for cry when there is none. So these are the things that make you tired as a mom. These are the things that take away your sleep and your rest. You also pray from spiritual mom most times at night when the entire family is sleeping, when the babies are sleeping. That is when you pray, right? Yes. It's all natural. Don't beat yourself up. But you can get help. It's better to ask for help, get help, than break down trying to manage the situation. Being a tired mom It's risky for your health. It's okay to be tired, but it's not okay to allow that weigh you down. It's not okay for it to tell on you physically. It's not okay for being a tired mom affecting you mentally. It's not okay. Okay? There are negative effects of exhaustion as a result of tiredness from lack of sleep, lack of rest, and the mental effect is so bad that it could bring damages to the body. Yes. So tell me in the comment section, how did you manage tiredness? How did you manage exhaustion as a mom, as an individual? How did you manage exhaustion? What did you do? Did you seek for professional help? Did you seek for family help? And did your friends help you? Because it's important managing exhaustion as a mom. Because one, the effects on the body could be critical. One, it could elevate your blood pressure, thereby causing hypertension, which is not good for you as a mother. It could also lead to collapse. Yes, a lot of cases you see people collapse, especially mothers, because they're exhausted, which is not good for you. Because health conditions, health problems could arise from that very effect. So, hi, Mr. Jays. Hi, how are you? So, this is a doodle I'm making. This is a space, okay, for relaxation. And because oftentimes when I get tired, I have to release the stress by making some scribbles, doodle, and it's a mental relief for me. So I thought to share with other mothers. Okay, I thought to share with mothers, fathers, anybody out there who could benefit from this form of relaxation. So for me, as a mom, this is a form of relaxation for me. It has helped me mentally and physically. Abstract objects and the flowers. I love to draw flowers. I could show you one of the flowers I drew. Yes, so I could show you. This is a lotus. It's not perfect, so it's not. I'm not an artist. Okay, I'm not an artist, but this is a mental escape for me. This is a mental escape. Oh, you want me to do some flowers for you? Okay. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's not perfect, but I'm glad you like it. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay, I'll do a quick one, then we'll go back to our chat and draw a quick flower. A quick one. So for me, art is a form of relaxation. Like I said, I'm not an artist, but I discovered art as a form of relief from stress, anxiety, especially depression. So, um, Rose, okay, okay, I have to finish up this one. What do you think? I have to finish up. What do you think? Should I finish up this one? So, because it's abstract drawing, for me, it doesn't have to be perfect. Yes, it must not be perfect. So, if it helps me relax, I do the drawing, okay? So, whatever helps me relax. So, this is a multicolored flower. Like I said, it must not be perfect because it's a form of relaxation. I get to, offload mentally. And what do you call what? The flower? So this is, I call it a tree flower. Yes, a tree flower, multicolored tree flower. So remember here, we are not drawing for perfection, but we're drawing for relaxation and fun. Okay, so I call it, do you like it? Do you like it? So it's a multicolored tree flower. It's multicolored. So I call it a tree flower. A tree flower. I'm trying to hurry up so that we can go back to the drawing for the day. The doodle. Okay. Yes. So this is multicolored. Oh, okay. Trees without blades. So how about scribbles? Do you like and enjoy scribbles? How about scribbles? How about doodles and scribbles? Does it help you to relax? Do you think you can give it a try? How about scribbles and doodles? Do you think it can help you to relax? Tell me. Please don't forget to like the live and also support by subscribing to the channel, okay? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. So, back to exhaustion. What do you do when you're exhausted? What can help you relax when you're exhausted? If you don't mind, you could tell me, how do you relax when you experience exhaustion? How do you relax? How do you relax when you are exhausted? When you experience exhaustion, how do you relax? Sleep. So if you had told me you drink and sleep, I think that would sound better. Okay, I think that would sound better, but saying you you drink and sleep, not like you get drunk and sleep. I don't think I would advise you to consider getting drunk whenever you drink. It's okay to, drink, but getting drunk, no, it's a no. It's a no for me, I don't know. So, because of the negative effects of getting drunk, you don't think it has a negative effect on your health? Yeah. I've seen people get drunk and they can't trace their step back home. So, how about that? Oh, I'm so sorry. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. No advice is okay. So now back to exhaustion. So when you're exhausted, the brain suffer. Key point number one. When you're exhausted, the brain suffer. Now, when the brain suffer, it could lead to collapse. Yeah, which is not good for you. Which is not good. Which is not good. Because exhaustion over time could be more critical. Exhaustion over time, repeatedly, is very critical. So, it's good to keep a balance. While you attend to your baby, you get some rest. Now, how can you get some rest when you're always at alert? At night, especially, because most times when mothers are at alert, it's usually at night. So now you can ask for support from families. Okay, thank you for confirming that. So one is support from families. So asking for support is not bad. Asking for support is necessary, is important. You could ask your mom, your sibling, your dad, to help watch your baby for some hours so that you can get some sleep. So, exhaustion is not good for the body. And one of the ways to manage it is ask for help. Ask for help. So, I'll be excited if this doodle can be and scribble can be recreated. I'll be glad if someone join me to recreate, you know. So, like I was saying, mental exhaustion is not good for the skin as well. As a mom, you're not looking fresh, the skin is dry. No matter what you apply on it, no matter what you eat, the skin is wrinkled when it's not supposed to. What do you think is the cause? You are stressed. Stress is one of the major causes of a wrinkled skin, especially when it's not age related. So, being tired can cause you to age fast. Yes. And how can you work on this? Get rest. Get rest and ask for help. Ask for help. So one of the ways I get to like offload mentally, relax, it's through this scribbles and doodles. It helps me to relax. And it can also help you. It can also help you, you know. It can also help you. And if there is another thing you enjoy as a hobby, you can make it a ritual. So far, this is the ritual I'm committed to. Yeah, I do this every other night. It could be anything. It could be anything. It helps me to relax. And I go through my thought process while doing this. I'm able to fix some questions that would, prevent me from getting adequate rest. While doing this, I get to interact with myself. Yeah, I get to interact with myself. So you could also make it a ritual. And if you can't, you can always join me while we interact about tiredness, motherhood, menopause, anything. Yes, anything. Anything. So tell me, how do you rest? How do you get some rest when you're tired as a mom? What has worked over time? I've learned something. Whenever I'm tired and I jump into the bed, I usually don't get the rest that I deserve completely because my head is heavy, my mind is not at rest. Hi, Rizaya. Hi, Ramadan Mubarak. Um, Happy Ramadan. Happy Ramadan. How are you preparing? What is going on? What is cooking? What is going on? So, how is the Ramadan going? Are you finding time to rest? Do you find time to rest? Do you find time to rest during this period of Ramadan? Because I know it's a lot of activities, right? So this is a form of mental offloading. I get to offload a lot of times when I get so much busy in the day that I know I need rest. One of the ways to get rest is by intuitive scribble, doodle, painting, you know. Over time, I've seen it has helped me so much. And I also want to help other mothers out there. I also want to help other mothers out there who need this kind of therapy, because um, I will tell you, it's a form of therapy. It is a form of therapy and meditation. It is a form of therapy and meditation. And I asked the question, how do you relax? How do you get help? And how much sleep do you get? Because it's also important to talk about the amount of sleep we get in a day. It's also important to talk about the amount of sleep we get in a day. So the thing is, when you don't get enough sleep because you're tired, you've overworked yourself, you should make up that sleep whichever way you can. I'm telling you, it's a strategy. Try it. When you are tired, when you are exhausted and overlabored yourself, one of the best things you can do to yourself is get rest, get sleep. You need sleep. And how many hours of sleep you get is important. If by night you're not getting an adequate sleep, you won't be able to function. And as a mom, when you don't get adequate sleep, you won't be able to care for your infant. You won't be able to care for your infant. It's okay to verbalize tiredness. Don't feel guilty. You don't have to feel guilty as a mom. Verbalizing tiredness? No. When you're tired, open up. Say it. I need help. I am tired. Can you help watch the baby? Can you help change the baby? Can you help bath the baby? Can you help feed the baby? It's okay. Don't feel guilty. Today I'm encouraging every mother out there who will be coming across this life. Don't ever feel guilty for asking for help. You need rest. In order to function, you need rest. Make out time to get quality sleep. Yes, make out time to get quality sleep. Make out time to hang out with friends. Sometimes you just need that, space. That's alone time. It's very important. Alone time. Don't ever ignore when your body is saying you need alone time. Time of reflection. Maybe not just to reflect, just to rest. You need that time. Alone time to rest. Alone time to unwind. It's important. Very important. You know one beautiful thing about art? When you relax, you feel this you feel this relief. You feel like you got no problems. You feel like all your troubles and worries have been taken away. Right now, I feel no weight. I have nothing in my head to think about. Not my children, not family, not my problems, not my education, nothing, not my job. Right now, the only thing I care about is unwinding, relaxing, conversing, chatting with you all. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing. You get to sit, no thoughts running through your brains. You're not worried about what tomorrow is going to look like, what you're going to eat, or what you're going to clothes you're going to put on. You are immersed completely into the arts. It's like the feeling is like your brain is blank. It's like you've got nothing running in your head, and it's a good feeling. Tell me how much you can actually pay to have that feeling. I'm sure if you're to pay to have the feeling of complete freedom in your thoughts, tell me. I'm sure it's going to cost much. Oops. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. You know, it's a good feeling. So this is a space for mental offload. Whatever it is that you need to offload, get into the space, get into the life, and relax. This is a space for relaxation, a space to unwind and let go of your troubles. Let it go. Feel alive again. Sometimes I tell my husband, I feel like going on a vacation. And at the moment, I know it's not possible. I can't get on a vacation at the moment. At the moment, I can't. Because this is the school time. This is school section. So it's not possible to go on a vacation. But this is my vacation. Doing this, coloring, drawing, painting, making scribbles, doodles. It helps me to unwind and relax. It's a mental relief. It's a mental relief. Yeah. So, as a mom, I was talking about finding time to rest from the exhaustion you're going through. Now, what is one of the ways to help you relax more? to help combat tiredness when your baby sleep. It's by switching off the monitor. A lot of mothers today have monitors in their homes, and these monitors, have detectors that it could beep when the child wakes up, when a baby wakes up. You see the monitor beeps, and when it does, the mother jumps up. Sometimes you just have to turn it off. Believe me, sometimes you need to turn the monitor off. Most especially when you have an assistance, when help comes, you need to relax. What do I mean? Sometimes when you have an assistance in the house, either your husband, mother, father, siblings, friends come around to help you watch the baby, you are not completely at rest. You still like peeping, you still like, jumping up at each cry. You are not completely at rest. Even when you have support, you're not doing yourself any good. Believe me, you're not doing yourself any good. So today, to encourage you, when you have help or assistance with your baby, turn off the brain. How do I mean? If it's a trusted hand, get rest. Get into the room, shut the door, and lock it up. Yes. Because if anything happens to you, believe me, your baby would be perfectly okay. I'm telling you the truth. So one of the ways you can get rest as a mom is to turn off the monitor. Turn off the monitor. Turn off that monitor. Turn it off. And you see yourself resting. Turn it off. Sometimes you also need to turn off the monitor if you're alone with your baby, especially at the age where the child could adjust themselves. What age is that? From age 1, a baby is at less risk of suffocation, because I know that is one of the concerns of mothers. We are scared if the clothes turn over to the baby's face. We are scared if the baby rolls to a certain corner of the bed. We're just scared of too many things, especially when the baby lay with the mother. But when the child gets to age 1, there is less risk of the things that cause anxiety for you as a mother. Yes. So we talked about asking for help, turn off the monitor, so the next is limit activities. Sometimes we just want to get everything done at the same time. you know. Oh, I want to clean, I want to do some laundry, I want this, I want to do that, you can do everything. Believe me, you can't have it all done at the same time. You cannot have it all done at the same time. Believe me, if you're tired, get some rest. Leave the laundry for the following day. Yes, get rest. Let the laundry be. Get it done the following day. Oh, I want to cook. If you can leave the cooking and get it done the following day, please do. Your well-being is important. Your health is important. Your well-being is super important, as much as you are important too. Okay? You are doing your best. You are doing your best. You're doing your best as a mother. I'm telling you, you're doing your best. Don't ever feel guilty. You're not doing enough. You're doing your best. For real. So now tell me, how do you manage exhaustion as a mom when your baby sleeps? You are exhausted? How do you manage that? How do you unwind? So as mothers, we are always vigilant, you know, especially when you have newborn. You're vigilant for cry, for movement, everything, everything. And there are a lot of things that also causes tiredness. The need to pump breast milk. Yeah. Especially as a working mom, you have this anxiety to pump breast milk. And it also increases mental tiredness. It also increases mental tiredness. Because while you're trying to pump, you are not resting. And if you're not pumping enough, you need to sit and pump. And it disrupts the sleep cycle. It disrupts sleep cycle. When you're supposed to be sleeping, you're pumping the breast milk. And you know one thing, when this is repeatedly occurring over and over, it disrupts your sleep cycle. Yes. And when your sleep cycle is disrupted, it affects the brain. It affects your output the following day. And when it continues over and over and over and over, it becomes a problem. It becomes insomnia. Then you hear people visiting the doctor. I can't sleep. And sometimes it doesn't get resolved quickly. Yes, it doesn't get resolved quickly. Another thing again is some babies, they only want to sleep on the mother's arms. They want to sleep on the mother's body, on your chest. I'll tell you for free, it's difficult being a mom. It's difficult being a mom. Being a mom is difficult. So cherish every mother out there. Cherish and love her. Cherish and love your mother. Oops. So you can imagine the baby only sleeps when he's held by the mother. Sometimes the baby only sleeps when you're standing. I don't know if you've ever experienced that as a mother. The baby wants you to stand for some hours. Usually, this occurs at midnight. It's crazy, right? Yes. But what can you do? So at the end of the day, it's obvious you're tired. How can you help yourself, your body, your organs? Ask for help. You're not asking for too much. No, you're not asking for too much. Ask for help. Ask for help. Get rest. Get rest. Sometimes again, at the early stage, physical and hormonal changes can affect sleep, thereby causing you exhaustion, tiredness. Yeah. Hormonal shifts, pain from recovery, all this alters your sleep pattern, alters the circadian rhythm. I remember when I came back from the hospital after I had my babies, because I had my twin boys through cesarean section, and I was in pain, so much pain, so much pain that the medications I was given at the hospital was not working. When I left the hospital though, so much pain, so much. And it gets worse when I sit or or try to get up. And that affected my sleep pattern because I can only sleep in a particular position. So when I try to adjust myself, oh my God, the pain resumes. The pain is intense. So you can imagine. And this went on and on for about 2 weeks plus before it subsided. It didn't stop, but it subsided. And I had twin babies to breastfeed and care for. So now you can imagine not having anyone to help me. You can imagine. But with help, with the aid of help, I was able to come out of it strong and also get adequate rest and sleep. So I went on a brief break because I had to check up on my twin toddlers who were sleeping. So I had to check up on them. Yeah, that is part of the responsibilities as a mother. I had to go check up on them because now it's the winter season, and sometimes they are rolling off from the duvet and I have to place it back. Yeah. Oops. Okay. Yep, yep, yep. So I'm going to ask one question. Does art help you to relax? Do you think art can help you to relax? Yeah. So yes, that is the question. Does art help you to relax? Hi. So yes, this is how far we're going. This is how far the scribble is going. And it's coming out beautiful. Yeah, it's coming out beautiful. Oops. Okay. So, does art help you to relax? I want to know. Does art help you to relax? So, this is abstract. This is an abstract contribution. How I got involved with art as a means of relaxation was when I got depressed as a result of the passing of my dad. Yeah. So I got depressed. I was dealing with depression, and I started to sketch, paint, and it worked. It helped me to relax. It helped me to meditate and connect, you know, to memories. So other than sitting and weeping, crying, it helps me to connect to my childhood memories with my dad, and I loved the experience. So I said, yes, this is it. This is it. Yeah. So, as a tired mom, over time I've noticed it helps me to, offload all the burden, mental exhaustion, physical exhaustion. Because when I get immersed into art, scribbles, painting, drawing, whatever it is, I tend to, feel this light. I tend to feel this relief that I don't get on a normal day. Mentally, I am feeling relieved. There is nothing in my thoughts that has to do with babies, household, chores, planning, nothing. So at that moment, it's just me immersed in the arts, relaxing, meditating, and also chatting, getting to talk to everyone out there. So I want to know, what do you do to relax when you're tired as a busy mom? What do you do that relieves you of burden, especially as a mom when your baby sleeps? So before I go to bed, I get busy by doing this. So it's like one doodle, one scribble, one painting, or one drawing a day for me. So it's a lifestyle, because over time I've seen it help me, even if it's just for a short time, like some minutes. I just have to, do something, paint, draw, whatever it is, because it helps me to relax. It helps me to release that energy, the burnout, because at that moment I'm not worried about the kids, I'm not worried about my babies, I'm not worried about house chores, I'm not worried about exercise. It's just me, my spirit, my soul, my body reconnecting. Yeah. If you're here in the live, please say hi. Don't forget to drop a comment. And I would also encourage you to get involved into scribbles, art meditations, and more especially join me every other night for quiet night live. Okay? So this is a space for mental relaxation. Physical relaxation. How does this help you relax physically? Because you're fully, concentrated, you're giving your attention, your body is in a resting state, and your mind is also at rest. Yeah. So this is a form of relief you should get involved with. Exhaustion is damaging. Exhaustion can cause long-time negative health effects. Long time. So therefore, you need to create time to rest. It's very important. Create time to rest. It's very important for your mental health. You need to create time to rest. If you have questions, drop it in the comment box. Okay? If you have questions, please drop in the comment box. So we're still on our topic. Being exhausted even when your baby finally sleep. Even when your baby finally sleep, you are exhausted. Another thing that can help you to relax, a hot or a warm shower. You might think it doesn't, have any benefits, but I'm telling you, for free, there is benefit attached to having a warm or a hot shower. So whichever that is your preference, it relaxes your nerves. It helps the nerves to relax. It helps the nerve to relax. So before you go to bed, get a warm or a hot shower. Yeah. Get a warm or a hot shower. If you're a newborn mom, caring for these little ones, it requires physical and mental wellness. I'm telling you, you need to be in a good state of mind to care for your infant. You need to be in a good state of mind. So that is one reason why you need to get rest. Being overworked, overlabored, you can't give in your best. you can care for your infant in such states. You can't. You won't be able to function. So you can't sleep even when the baby is sleeping. Overtime is dangerous for your health. So try and make out time to sleep, to rest when the baby sleep. Make out time to sleep. You need it. You need rest. So another thing you can do to help, that can help you, is rotating. Rotate care for the baby. Yes, you have to rotate care. You have to rotate care. You need the father to step in. Okay, you're having a heart-to-heart conversation. Tonight, you're caring for the baby while I get some rest. Especially the days he's not on duty, like the weekends. You have to care for the baby. When the baby is up at night, if you need to give breast milk, prepare whatever you need to care the baby with and feed the baby. That way, you, the mother, will get some rest. Yes, rotate the care. Let the father step up. Let the father step up. Let the father step up. Let the father of the baby step up. When you can't function, let him get involved. So get your partner involved. Explain what they need to do. Help them, by making some preparations down. So it's also easy for them to, care for the baby. Because sometimes some partners do not know what to do. When the baby cries, they don't know why the baby is crying. They don't know if the diaper is full. They don't know if the baby is hungry. So carry your partner along. Teach them. Educate them. That way, when you need them to step in and care for the child, they are not confused. Okay? Carry your partner along. So another thing is limit screen time. Very important. So currently on my mobile phone, there are limits to certain applications. I have limits turned on certain applications on my mobile phone. I have limits turned on, some in minutes and some in hours. Okay, so limit screen time. Yeah. And sometimes the exhaustion doesn't come from caring for the baby alone. It comes from other children in the family. You have other babies. There is need to care for them. There is need to care for them. So you're always trying to meet up with providing care to the other children in the family. And when you're done with them, you run back to the infant in the family. So that is another thing that causes exhaustion. You're trying to do everything. You're trying to make sure everybody's okay while you are not okay. it's a problem. Believe me, it's a problem. So another thing you can do is, while you're not getting adequate rest when the baby is sleeping, another thing you can do to get some rest to combat exhaustion is limiting amount of fluid you drink before bedtime. Oftentimes, one of the things that causes us to rise from the bed earlier than expected is the urge to urinate. Yeah, the urge to urinate. So when that urge comes, you can't help it but get up. And sometimes when you get up from sleep, you're unable to go back. You're unable to catch a sleep. You're unable to close your eyes. Sometimes when you get up early, what comes into your thought is, oh, it's morning already. I have to, get things done. I have to prep this. I have to prep that. Thereby limiting the amount of sleep you're supposed to get. So in order to combat exhaustion as a mom, you limit the fluid consumption you take before bedtime. Limit fluid consumption. It doesn't mean you wouldn't take enough fluid. No, it doesn't mean you should give up on fluid. No, but an hour before bedtime, 30 minutes before bedtime, you give up on fluid. That is what I'm talking about. 30 minutes before bedtime, you give up on fluid. Yeah. That is exactly what I'm talking about. So another way you can, get some rest is trying to exercise. Even if it's for a period of 20 minutes, 30 minutes, it has a positive benefit to your body. Exercising for a few minutes, an hour during the day, especially not at night, will help you to relax. So you can imagine dieting, getting good, meal, eating good meal, taking adequate nutrients for your body, taking adequate amount of water, getting some exercise, getting a warm or a hot shower. Tell me, what else? All this combined together will give you a good sleep, causing your nerves, your muscles to relax. Yes. So give it a try. Come back in our next life and tell me, did it help? Was it helpful? So give it a try and come back and tell me if your sleep improved. So I so much wish that after this life, that every mother makes a change towards sleep pattern, exhaustion. I hope every mother is able to make changes, and develop methods. Also, implementing it that can help them relax, help combat exhaustion. I hope that every mother is able to, you know, get some adequate level of rest and sleep required for the body to function. So, in this life, we've talked about what could cause mothers not to get adequate rest, what makes mothers tired even when their baby is sleeping, what prevents mothers from, you know, sleeping, resting, even when their infants, their toddlers are sleeping. I've also talked about what you can do to make changes. I also talked about the effect on the body. And one of the things you can do to make changes is to ask for help. Ask for help. You're not asking for too much as a mother when you ask for help. No, you're not asking for too much. So don't ever feel guilty when you ask for help. Ask for help. Carry your partner along, teach him what he needs to know so when you're tired, he can step in. So you have to worry less, worry less. Try some relaxation exercise. Try to offload mentally. And one of the ways I've learned to offload, relax, is through art. Drawing, painting, scribbles, doodles. Yes. And I'm encouraging you to get involved. Get involved. Also, maintain a healthy lifestyle. Maintain a healthy lifestyle. Set yourself up for better sleep. So, one of the ways I can get better sleep is to offload mentally by getting my mind involved physically. That is by making the scribbles. Yes. And it has helped me so much. So much. Another thing that can help you as a mom to reduce exhaustion is by limiting light rays. You know, sometimes in our home we have the light curtains and you see the light, you know, the light rays coming in. You could literally wake up and walk to the kitchen, the bathroom without turning on the lights. So you can imagine shutting the curtains. Shut the curtains, and everywhere is dark. Maybe with a very little light, like a baby light, by the corner where the baby is laying down. And there is more release of serotonin. It's going to help you relax. If the dark effect is going to help your brain relax, because what the curtain you shut is trying to do is cause a dark effect, and it's going to help your brain relax. So all these strategies are things I want mothers to adopt. I want you to adopt it, make some changes, so that you can have a better sleep, a better rest, especially when the baby is sleeping. Another thing again is join the baby to sleep during the daytime. Some babies sleep well at night. Some babies sleep well at night. You can join the baby to sleep at night. During the daytime. Some babies sleep better in the afternoon. Drop whatever you're doing. Enjoying your baby to sleep. Don't feel guilty about it. Don't overwork yourself. A relaxed mom is a happy mom. That I want you to know. A relaxed mom is a happy mom. A mom who gets adequate amounts of sleep is a happy mom. I'm telling you for free. A mom who gets adequate amounts of sleep, rest, functions better. So it's important you get rest. Eat healthy. Exercise. And don't compromise. Don't feel guilty. You're doing your best as a mom, and you're also giving your best. Also, pray to God each day for strength. If you love what you're saying, don't hesitate to join me. If you have any question, put it down on the comment box. So this is it. This is the final project. What do you think? Do you like what you see? You can recreate this with me. Yes. Hello, mommies. Yes. So we are done for today's quiet night for tired mom. And how do you see this? So this is not an art for perfection. This is an art to offload, to interact, to learn, and also to relax. Okay? And I'm proud of myself. And I'll be proud of you too if you make adjustment today, work towards getting maximum rest, combating exhaustion, staying in a healthy state for yourself, for your baby, and for your family. Okay? So, thank you so much for joining today quiet night for mom, and I wish to see you again. Have an amazing night rest.